Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all are very, very well. I hope we are doing quite well with building our businesses, and we are now around month end. Month end is always that time whereby you get to make sure that you finish your month strong, and you see how best to be able to get paid by near life. Of course, it's always quite important that we all have our goals and targets for the month, and it's always very important to work so hard to make sure that by the end of the month you've actually been able to hit your targets, so that you can be able to, I mean, if you're working to hit targets every single month, I can only guarantee that by the time we end the year, you will have actually, your business will not be at the same level as you are today. But if you're working and you're not having any targets to reach every month, then that would simply mean that things are not going to be okay. Yes, so it would be very, very, very important that we work to hit our targets every single month, so that we can be able to enjoy the near life business. And even you yourself, when you're making progress in your business every month, and then that would simply mean that even you yourself, you feel proud of yourself, you feel happy of the work that you're doing, because things are shifting. I mean, we've been going through a series of learning about our system, getting our system trained up, so that we can be able to make money. We've been going through learning some new ideas about social media. I hope that we are all putting all these things into practice, because at the end of the day, our main goal is to make sure that we get to the top, is to make sure that when we are celebrating, when we are doing our end of year rally, which is always the first weekend of December, that at least there is something that you are actually celebrating about. Yes. So I just wanted us to, this evening, I wanted us to look into the topic of making every day count. Making every day count. Like John C. Maxwell says, do not judge the day by the harvest, but by the seed that you are sowing. Don't judge the day by the harvest, but by the seed that you're sowing. So I just wanted to ask you a question. What are you doing on a daily basis to make sure that your business grows? What are you doing on a daily basis to make sure that your business grows? Are you doing enough? For example, today, what have you put into today to make sure that your business grows? Have you talked to people? Because every single day, the goal is to do the daily success habits. And what are the daily success habits? One is using the products. That's number one, using the products. So the question is, have you used the products today? Number two of the daily success habits is sharing and recommending the products. Have you shared and recommended the products today? How many people have you talked to about the products today? Have you prospected today? Have you added any name into the name list today? When it comes to social media, have you been able to connect with the people via social media today? Personally, I think today I've gotten onto I've added about 1,500 names today. Of course, through social media, I've been able to add 1,000 names, about 1,500 names. And I think 1,500 names, over time, that is actually going to be good business. Because remember, as we collected the names, we begin on to making them aware about the products. We are advertising. We are advertising the Near Life products. So as I get this 1,500 names like I got today, the goal is to advertise. The goal is to get them to know about the products. The goal is to get them to know about the opportunity. The goal is to get them to know about my name. They need to know that I exist. They need to know that I have products for pressure. They need to know I have products for diabetes. They need to know I have, So have you prospected every day? You need to dedicate time every single day. You need to dedicate time every single day to connect with people via social media. Every single day, you need to make time. You need to allocate time to update your statuses. You need to dedicate time. You need to dedicate time to post on your statuses. You need to dedicate time to post on your Instagram, to update your statuses. You need to dedicate time to respond to messages. You need to dedicate time to search for names, to search for people. You need to dedicate time every single day to your social media. Why? Because our business is a business of connecting with people. Our business is a business of educating people. Our business is a business of creating awareness. Our business it's about, the more people we are speaking to on a daily basis, the more chances of having people joining our business. The more people we speak to, the more chances of getting people buying our product. So if a day is going to end when you have not talked to people, if a day is going to end when you have not connected to people, if a day is going to end when you have not been able if you've not been able to connect with more people, to collect more friends, if a day ends and you've not grown your network, we all know that your network is your net worth. So if a day ends and you have not grown your network, that would simply mean that day has been lost. That day has been lost. And of course, as we are doing all these things, most of the things that we are doing today, they do not give us results for today. Most of the things that we do today are going to give us results for tomorrow. They are going to give us results for next week. They are going to give us results next month. They are going to give us results next year. They are going to give us results 5 years from now. So while we are doing our business, we also need to have it at the back of our mind that our business is a 2 to 5 year plan. If you're doing this business and you're expecting immediate results, then you're in for disappointment. You're completely in for disappointment because our business does not give us immediate results. Doing our business, I always love to tell ourselves that our business is the same as farming. It's the same as farming. In farming, when you sow today, you are not going to harvest today. You are going to harvest after 3 months, after 2 months, after 4 months, after 6 months. Some you're going to harvest after 2 years. If you planted the coffee, you harvest after 2 years. If you planted the pine trees, you harvest after 15 years. So we need to understand that every single day, we need to be talking to more and more and more people. We need to be broadening our network. We need to be creating more awareness. We need to create more sensitization in the community about our products. But we need to understand that all these things take time. They take time. They take time. And if you're going to expect results now, you're standing for disappointments. To grow a business that pays you 5 million shillings, to grow a business that pays you 10 million shillings, it's going to take you some time. To grow a business that pays you up to 30 million shillings, it is going to take you some time. To grow a business that pays you up to 50 million shillings, it's going to take you some time. But the thing is, we need to put in the work. We need to put in the work on a daily basis. We need to be speaking to people on a daily basis. We need to be connecting with people on a daily basis. So we should be able to do the daily success habits every single day. We should be able to do them if we are going to harvest good results from this business. Using the products, that one is not optional. We started a campaign of selling TNNs every single day. We started a campaign of selling a TNN every single day. Let me briefly take you through our system. A minute. Okay. So this is the system that we should be all following if we are to have results, if we are to enjoy our business, and if we are to actually enjoy benefits of what this business offers. We're talking about selling one big TNN every single day. That one big TNN, if you sold it, it will give you a profit of 50,000 every single day. That is an average of 1.5 million shillings for the 30 days. So if you are focusing on selling one big TNN every day, you're making a profit of 50,000 every day. You're making a commission, you're making an income of a profit of up to 1.5 million shillings. 1.5 million shillings. And then altogether, you're doing 1,020 points. And then the other goal would be, after you have mastered that, the other challenge that you'll be having is finding 6 business builders who you also teach how to sell one TNN every day. And when they are selling one TNN every day, altogether you'll be doing 7,000 points. That's a commission of 4 million shillings. And when you go ahead and duplicate yourself in these 6 people, they also find their 6 people, and each of you is selling one TNN every single day. That would mean that you have 6 director legs, and that will pay you up to 9 million shillings a month. You become a wealthy member, and that will qualify you to travel for the Vacations Egypt 2026. Now, these are the cards that we are issuing. These are the cards that in case you do not have these cards, Please send me your details. I should be able to edit and make you these business cards, because these are business cards that we're using to prospect. These are business cards that we're using to speak to people about the products as we market our TNN and as we market all the other products as well. Please contact me, send me your details so that I can be able to send you your cards, and you can be able to present them out. And in case you also want to ask to edit the message, like Evelyn, who is in Tanzania, we could still edit and have your message written in Swahili so that you can be able to distribute these cards. It's quite interesting that all these innovations, the law of average works everywhere. The law of average works everywhere. When you speak to 10 people about TNN, you educate 10 people about TNN every day, you surely should be able to sell one big TNN every day. And as you grow in skill, as you grow in experience, as you speak to 10 people, you should be able to get 2 people buying a big TNN. As you grow in experience, when you speak to 10 people, you should be able to get 3 people buying a TNN from you every day. So what I'm trying to say is, with all these ideas, the moment you do these ideas every single day, you are going to be getting better and better every single day. And as you get better, your presentations get better. And as your presentations get better, that means you can be able to close more deals. You can be able to make more money. So we are focusing on selling one big TNN every day. So how are we going to be able to sell one TNN every day? Number one, each of us, we need to buy a TNN for our personal use. You want to embrace this system and it works for you. You have to lead by example. You can't start talking about TNN that you're not using. How are people going to, if you're talking about TNN every day and you want to sell a TNN every day, but you yourself, you're not using the TNN, what does that mean? You do not trust the product that you're selling. And if you can't trust the product that you're selling, then why should someone else trust the product that you're selling? Why should someone else trust the product that you're selling? So if this system is going to work for you, number one, you need to use the TNN yourself. Number two, you need to have the business cards. Number three, you now need to attack and talk to people. Talk to people through social media, talk to people physically so that you can be able to do what? Now, for very serious people, I see there are serious people on this platform. I see people, I'm talking about the people that are actually doing this business full time. If you're doing this business full time, like I'll use an example of Dominic. Dominic, you should be able to speak to a minimum of 50 people about TNN every day. You should be able to give out a minimum of 50 cards. Because you're doing the business full time. You cannot talk to 10 people, and yet there's also someone who is also doing what? Someone who is also doing the business part-time, and they're also talking to 10 people daily. If you're doing the business full-time, then it should be full-time. You should be able to report at office by exactly 8, and you should be able to go practical and do your work, do all your assignments up to 6 in the evening. And now, if you, that is if you have a family and you have family to go to, but if you're still single, then there is also no need for you to rush to go home. There's no need for a rush for you to go home to a rented house when you can spend more time in town and make money. I have a family to go to, but even right now, as you can see, I am still in office. What am I doing in office? I am at work. I am working. I'm still in office right now. I'm working. I am working. Today, I think I've collected orders worth 2.5 million shillings. I am working and I'm still in office working, training. So we need to do the work. There is no way how we are going to expect New Life to pay us money when we are not doing the work. We need to dedicate to doing the work. So selling 3NN, one, you need to buy 3NN and use. And then you also need to have stock. Each one of us here who is going to embrace system and who is going to make this system work for them. You should be having a minimum of 3 tins of big 3NN, and better off if you have a case of 3NN. Better off if you have a case of 3NN. So you need to find capital. You need to find capital to invest into this business. You need to find capital. Okay. So number one, like I've said, if this system is going to work for us, number one, we need to have to buy the training and use the training. That's number one. Number two, we need to have stock. You need to have stock. Each one of us, minimally, you should have a minimum stock of 3 things. Better if you can have a case of 3NN. And then attack the market and talk to people. Minimally, even when you're doing this business, you should, even when you're doing this business part-time, you should be able to engage a minimum of 10 people every day. Every serious business builder, I need to see 3NN on your status every day. Are you tired of being tired? We have a solution. The more people see that, and by the way, also these things that we do, we need consistency. If these things are going to work for us, we need consistency. You can't come up today and you put 3NN on your status, and tomorrow you don't put 3NN on your status. Things don't work that way. I don't think there is any of you who has ever gone for one day and you have not seen me advertise my products on my status. That never happens. I do not know, but that can never happen. Why? Consistency really matters as we are building this business. Consistency in speaking to people about these products. Consistency in attending training. Some of you are in training today and you got 2 weeks minus attending training. Then you're complaining that the business does not work. I was speaking to a distributor this evening and was telling me, you see, I cannot sell because I don't have skills. How are you going to get the skills if you're not doing the work? Our work is practical. How are you going to learn how to use social media? How are you going to be able to succeed through social media if you are not putting in the work? You need to put in the work and do the work every single day. You need to look for people every single day. That is how we get better. You need to train every day. You think when I was joining, I was training this way? Not at all. How have I been able to become better and better and become a better trainer? Is because I train every day. How have I been able to become good at closing? Today I close. Today I close. I can even close someone and they pay 40 million shillings for products. I think you've seen us post these bank slips. I close people and they pay 5 million shillings for and buy healthcare products of 5 million shillings. I close people and they pay 2 million shillings. When I was starting, it was very hard to close someone and they pay 50,000 shillings for a product. But because I've done it over and over and over and over again, that's how we are able to close. I can even close people to buy. I can close, and in one entire month, you find that I have closed and made sales of over 100 million shillings. How am I able to do that? Because I've been closing over and over and over again. I have been closing for over 10 years. How can you become as good as me or even better? You can only become as good as me or even better if you are closing every day. Success in our business is like playing soccer. If you're a striker, you become better at scoring goals the more you play. The more you play, the more you miss chances, the more chances you get to score. So if you are a distributor and you're in this call, and you are expecting to make it, and yet you're not putting in the work, forget about the success. I was speaking to one of the Nigerians these are guys who you find in 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 months, someone comes from distributor to 3 Ruby director in about 1 year. Someone comes from distributor to president's team in 2 years. Someone comes from distributor to diamond director in a space of 2, 3 years. How are they doing it? They are talking to people. They start when they are raw, when they are nothing, no skill, no experience, nothing. But because these guys speak to very many people, they continue getting better and better and better and better. And that's why they are getting the kind of success that they are getting today. And that's why we are headed. We want to be good. We want to make money. We want to enjoy the benefits. We need to sacrifice and put in the work. We need to put in the work. Consistency in the success habits. While we persevere, using the products, you need consistency. Talking about the products and posting, you need consistency. When you're consistent, then you build trust. When you build trust, then people will come to you. So using products, recommending the business, training. When you're doing those 4 things every single day with consistency, with perseverance, and then with the goal of getting better and better and better, that's how we build great businesses. That's how we get to succeed. So I want you to embrace the concept of selling 1 TNN every day. I want you to concentrate on the concept of making a profit of 50,000 every single day. You buy a TNN at 115,000, you sell it at 165,000. That's a profit of 50,000 every day. Get into that concept, selling a training every day, and then focus on getting 6 business builders. And when you get the 6 business builders, get them onto the concept of selling 1 training every day. Get them onto the concept of making a profit of 50,000 every day. When you do this, you're going to be getting better and better and better, and you're going to grow a very excited team. Man, a team that makes money on a daily basis is a motivated team. I remember one point when we asked Charlie Bolton that what is the best way to motivate a distributor? He said the best way to motivate a distributor is help them make money. And that's exactly what we are doing. That is, we are actually begging you, please embrace this concept. Because you can imagine, when you have a team of 10, one says, can you imagine I've made a profit of 50,000? Another one comes, can you imagine I just sold 2 trillions? I made a profit of 100,000. And another one comes up and said, can you imagine today God visited me? I have sold an entire case. That means they have made profits of 400,000 in 1 day. Oh, there is nothing that can ever stop such a motivated team. Such a motivated team is unstoppable. And that's what you want to succeed. So sell 1 big training every day. Get 6 business builders. Teach them how to sell a training every day. And when these 6 business builders have mastered the art of selling 1 training every day, now teach them how to also get 6 business builders. Then teach them how to sell 1 training every day and make a profit of 50,000 every day. Once they have also mastered the skill, let them also get 6 business builders. So it is 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. That's how business grows. And that's how we make money. Guys, embrace this system. And we are going to get this system even better and better and better, because we want to make money. And that is why we have called this system the Poverty Vanisher System. Embrace this system and we chase poverty. Embrace this system and we develop directors and wealthy members and Ruby directors. Embrace this system, we are going to develop presidency members. Embrace this system, we are going to achieve our dreams. We are going to buy cars. We are going to buy land. We are going to build. We are going to travel. Sell a tin of training every day and get 6 business builders. And once you have gotten them, duplicate yourself, teach them. Guys, let us go and practice this system. Have a blessed evening.